everybody, today we're talking about Fannie Lou Hamer for my series Badass Women in History. In addition to doing these videos on badass black women in history, I am, in addition to doing these videos for Black History Month, I'm also putting in the description a link to the Black Lives Matter donation page. These stories need to be told, and the issues in some of these videos that I'm doing are still relevant today, so please donate if you can. If you can't, there are other ways you can help the movement. So let's get into it. Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer was born Fannie Lou Townsend in Montgomery County, Mississippi on October 6, 1917, as the last child of sharecroppers Luella and James Townsend. At the age of 6, she joined her family picking cotton, and by the age of 12, she left school to work. She married Perry Hamer in 1944, and until 1962, the couple toiled on the Mississippi plantation owned by B.D. Marlowe. She also served as a plantation timekeeper because she was the only worker at the time who could read and write. The Hamers adopted 2 children because they were unable to have children of their own. And the reason for this is really messed up. But Fannie Lou Hamer received a hysterectomy by a white doctor without her consent while undergoing surgery to remove a uterine tumor in 1961. The forced sterilization of black women as a way to reduce the black population, an idea called eugenics, by the way. And I'll do a whole nother video on eugenics if you guys want me to. And this would become so widespread, you know, the sterilization of black women. Would become so widespread that it was dubbed a Mississippi appendectomy. So yeah, that's a lot of messed upness, but they didn't go without becoming parents, you know. They got to experience that, regardless of the hysterectomy. So that's great, but oh my God, the trauma that she must have experienced, I can't imagine. In August 1962, her civil rights activism began when she answered a call by the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or the SNCC, for volunteers to challenge voter registration procedures that excluded black Americans. The SNCC was an organization comprised mostly of African American students that engaged in acts of civil disobedience to fight racial injustice and segregation in the South. These acts were often met with violent responses by angry white people. She became a field secretary for the SNCC after she was fired for attempting to register to vote. She couldn't because she failed the literacy test. But she eventually became a registered voter in 1963. She helped found the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party in 1964, which was established in opposition to her state's all-white delegation to that year's Democratic Convention. She brought attention to the civil rights struggle in Mississippi during a televised session at the convention. She also ran for Congress in Mississippi, but was unsuccessful in her bid the following year. She also helped organize Freedom Summer, which brought hundreds of college students, black and white, to help African American voter registration in the segregated South in 1964. She also worked to help the poor and families in need in her community. She also founded organizations to increase business opportunities for minorities and to provide child care and other family services. She published To Praise Our Bridges, an autobiography, in 1967, and at the age of 59, she died of breast cancer in 1977. I know there are things I missed, and that goes for all my videos. There are things that I definitely miss when covering these topics, these people, but I can't put all the details that ever existed into these videos. But if there's something important that you think I missed, let me know. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what badass woman in history you want me to talk about next. And happy Black History Month.